but we are super, super, super close. So I felt like some people needed to be recognized. The first one I have, Megan, is on with us tonight because she's in school. Megan was #1 in web sales in January with a total of $570. So that's Megan. And then I have Lynn Pike was #2 in website sales for Brandy's Bombshells at $565. And Shantae Fuller was #3 in website sales for Brandy's Bombshells at $14. Then I have one more. I did retail sales. So Lynn Pike actually just signing on in January, #1 in retail sales, her first month in business on at $1,560. Megan Weisenfeld was #2 at $1,300.60. And Shantae Fuller was #3 at $1,140.20. And I just wanted to make sure I shouted out those girls to let them know that though they think they're not doing good, they're actually badass. So, okay.
Awesome. So Brandy.
Ladies, can you mute the back of your line so we can eliminate the background noise? Please. Thank you.
Perfect. That's why I just stepped away. I shut my door because my dryer, I'm always doing laundry when I'm on Zooms. Brandy's team had their highest month ever this month. So that's super exciting as well. So I want to start off though with sharing. So we had Brandy. I'm going to do it this way because I have all these guys. So number is Jackie on. Jackie Hahn had her first share, and her first share is here, Sarah. So let me just sign on. So Sarah is in Colorado, you guys. So super excited to have her. Didn't see Jackie on. With 2 shares, we've got Amanda B, which also means that we'll talk about in a second, but Amanda had a promotion. So we'll get to that in a second. And then Brandy was #1. And you guys, I promise, I've collected the last couple of months. I swear to God, they're going out. I promise. I need to like hire somebody just to get my mailings out. I'm the worst. So Brandy, you were #1 in sponsoring. You had 4 activations this month. So stoked for you. And you guys, that wasn't even all she signed. She still has a couple to activate. So huge month for Brandy when it comes to sponsoring as well. All right. Oops, I keep looking for my gift certificates. I'm looking at the wrong things, you guys. You know me. So retail, I did anybody over $1,000 in retail this month. There are 12 people this time around that hit over $1,000. And there was actually number 13 was at 992. Let me tell you, this contributes to our highest month ever as Toy Soldiers. So last January, you guys saw me post this, but last January as a team, including me, we did 18,000 something. And this January, 1 year later, $53,104. I am like blown away. And that was our first 50K month. Prior to that, our highest month was like 47,000. So takes everybody, and it shows when I was writing out and printing reports, and I'm like, holy shit, there's 12 people over $1,000 in retail. So Kayla, you were number 12 with $1,005. I know she's in the dark, but we're cheering you on while you're driving. Drive safe. Emily was number 11 in retail with $1,110. Number 10 was Shantae Fuller, $1,140. I have to look at something. I got something on that card. I have to rewrite that. I got something on it. Number 9 in retail was Megan. Again, she's at school, but she's on Brandy Success Line, $1,301. She's also out in Nevada. Number 8 with $1,503, Lynn. Fabulous. Can't find you on the screen. Yes. And you guys, this is out of active on our team. There's 50 active, but that's not even the 9. So there's like roughly like 59 people, just so you guys kind of know where you are. Number 7 in retail was Karen. Karen was not going to be able to pop on tonight. $1,637. Number 6 in retail, Tiffany, $1,653. I thought those numbers sounded the same. I got nervous that I wrote the wrong thing. Number 5 in retail is going to be Brandy, and that's with $2,451. Number 4, oops, I'm so sorry. I have the wrong Karen. Time out. Karen Fry, Amanda, so that you know. Faye, I'm sorry. Faye.
It's Frey.
Frey.
Frey. Frey, I believe.
Frey. Okay, I said Frey. She was number 7 at $1,637. Karen C was $3,121. She was not able to come on. Oh, we've got Kelly on. She just joined the team too. Number 3 in retail is going to be Amanda Light. $3,508. So Amanda is restarting her business up from last year. Number 2 in retail was Donna. Donna is actually doing a one-on-one consult with a man tonight because he is trying to buy Valentine's Day gifts for his wife. So
Tina, did you purposely turn your camera off?
No.
Oh, you're not on.
Thanks. So Donna had $4,893. And then number 1 in retail was Tracy with $6,263.
Damn, girl.
And that is her highest month without having to do like any investing. So like that was straight on sales. So, oh, Tracy, I also have your certificates. Website sales. So number 3 in website sales for the team was Tracy with $750 in website sales. Number 2 was Brandy with $1,022. And number 1 in website sales was $1,900 is Donna Bridges. So you guys, those numbers really show like, you know, and it takes everybody, and everybody was doing orders and all that good jazz. So, oh, I wanted to do this one. I'm like, what's this? Brandy had her number 1 in group sales. So Brandy's Bombshells did $7,433. So I wanted to recognize that this month. That is absolutely incredible. And then we had 2 promotions in the house. So we've got Amanda B. She signed her first 2 consultants, but her first active consultant got her to advanced. So she is 1 away from a senior consultant. Super excited. So congratulations to Amanda. And then we have Brandy, who hit associate director. So Brandy, tell us what you get when you hit associate director.
I got, or am getting, on the 10th, I'm getting a $300 bonus. And then I had 1 activation, so it brought it to a $600 bonus. I have 2 more under me, and when they activate, I will become director and a bombshell.
Yeah. Amanda, with your promotion, do you remember what you're getting on the 10th of the month if you hit over, did you hit over $1,000 in retail?
I don't remember. I don't think so, but pretty, I mean, think close, but not quite.
So when you hit $1,000 in retail, then you will get $100 bonus every month that you have an active consultant. So that's what we want to shoot for. You guys, please welcome, because I saw Kelly. Come on. Oh, she's on mute. So her screen says iPhone right now. Can you give us like a little wave down there? You can unmute. She just joined the team as well. So I met her at my in-home party a couple weeks ago, and she joined us. So super excited to have you here as well. So you guys, yeah. So I did not do a super soldier this month. I thought that we all were super soldiers, getting us to our number one. So I did not choose one super soldier for the month because it really does take all of us. So super excited for that. I feel like I'm screaming. I should have my hearing aids in, then I won't be screaming at you guys. I'm sorry. All right, so we were talking on our leader talk this morning, and I just want to quickly, before we get into the meat of what we're going to be doing today, is there somebody that wants to volunteer? And you can do this tonight, or you can volunteer to do this for as many meetings as you want. But just kind of take some meeting minutes for us, because I realize that you guys, when I'm like doing some sharing and stuff, you know, I'm always like, oh, somebody jot that down for me. And then I never actually do them. Does somebody like want to jot down? It doesn't have to be incredibly detailed, but some stuff that we go over tonight. Anybody want to volunteer for that?
I will.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We can do somebody different next month as well, but I kind of, if you guys want to do that. I also want to talk really quickly, because I am so appreciative for the people that have been posting. You guys have no idea, like, just how much that helps me out on a daily basis, because I wasn't being consistent with it. And so like Brandy, you see, she's been doing the rise and grinds. Jess had been doing coffee talks, and then like we kind of switched that over to Brandy, which is totally awesome. Brandy, if this is your time, you can either say keep me on or take me off. Do you still want to do postings of those things daily? Brandy walked away. Donna does Motivational Mondays. I'm going to see if she still wants to do hers. Karen has asked that she no longer does Tip Tuesday. Brandy, did you hear me at all? This is your one.
No, I had to run to get a pen.
That's okay. This is your one time. Do you still want to post for Rise and Grind and Coffee Talk, or are you over that and would like somebody else to step in maybe and do that?
No, I can totally do it. I've already got them scheduled for February, so.
Oh, well, check that out. Brandy, I need Brandy to schedule my shit because I'm the worst at scheduling. Does anybody want to take over Tip Tuesday? Tip Tuesday is just like, and you can schedule them as well in our group, but just kind of like any sort of business tip from like all that corporate training document stuff. Anybody want to do that and schedule it out for us? Anybody going once, going twice? All right. So I will do that. We do website commissions on Wednesdays. So we love to hear if it's your first commission, and first commission and how much you got, and then like what you're doing with that commission. Please share that. I don't care if it's $1 commission or if it's, $500 commission. Definitely share those so that we know. So I'll stay on that.
So Tina, I have a question about commissions. Speaking of that, when I first signed up, I was doing all of the orientation that you had us do. Yeah. I did direct deposit. How long does that take to activate?
I think it takes a few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, like I like to say 2 to 3 weeks, but I'm feeling it's like they get three weeks and then it kicks in.
Okay. So with the one web sale that I had, am I getting commissions on that one?
So
do you
remember how much retail it was?
No.
Okay. So if the retail, I can't remember either. If the retail is $39.99 or above, we all get, or below, so under $40, we all get 30% commission.
It was above that.
Okay, so then are you at a 40% buying discount or a 30%?
I think 40.
That's what I think too. Okay, so then you will get a 40% commission on that. If that commission is more than $20, then you will get that check from it. If
Okay.
under $20, then it will go to a credit on file. So when you place your order, you can just apply that money to it.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I jump in there for a second, Tina?
Who's talking?
Kristen Clark.
Yep. Hi.
Make sure that when you have somebody place an order, make sure it's over 39.99, because if it's under that, you only make 30%.
Okay. Yeah, I think altogether it was like 108 or something like that with tax and everything.
Yeah. So
I honestly don't remember though.
but with that number, you should, as long as it was that one, you should get a check on. So it may take a couple of weeks, but you should get a check on it. All right.
Okay. Well, thank you. Sorry.
Shout out Thursday was Emily, and it was like an image and something like shout yourself out for personal or business. Does anybody want to schedule those or post those on Thursdays? Because I really haven't seen a lot of that happening on Thursday. Going once, going twice. Okay. Tori has been doing partying Friday. I'll just double check with her. Sexual Wellness Saturday was utilizing the Sexual Wellness tab and giving us a piece of information so that we can learn. Does anybody want to pick up on Sexual Wellness Saturday? You want to do that, Amanda? Great. I will walk you through and I'll show you where that information is. Okay, thank you so much. And then we were going to start doing like a selfie Sunday. Does anybody want to like do post your selfie, or what are you doing on Sunday? Just to have some fun interaction or like a fun thing on Sundays. Lynn, thank you. Appreciate you. And then Brandy, are you good with still doing your product of the week?
I can try, but if somebody else wants to pick that up, it might be helpful, because working full-time as a tax pro, it's getting really overwhelming.
That's what I was wondering. Okay. So I'll go ahead and I will start doing that and scheduling some of that out. Okay, perfect. Appreciate that. All right, we're going to get into some dates and all that good jazz and some really big upcoming events. But what I want to do is today we didn't want to do a meeting topic when I was talking to some for our leadership. So on Tuesdays, we have leadership coffee talk. So for that, it's senior consultants and above. And today we went over like meeting kind of stuff and so forth. And we were talking about what we wanted to do. And I really wanted to have an open discussion because we had such a great month this past month. I want to hear, and I think it's really good for people that are just joining, that are maybe restarting their businesses or whatnot, what really has worked for people. If you want to share 2 tips. So our meeting may not go the entire time tonight, just so you guys know. For those of you guys that are going to hop off, if you are able to join tomorrow night at 6:00 is Stacy's Classy Click meeting. I am teaching at that one tomorrow as well. But Chris Ciccanelli, CEO Chris, motivational, gotta love him, is going to be on clap. Look at Brandy's eyes. Yeah. So that is our guest speaker tomorrow. So he is going to be on. So if you can hop on, you will not regret it. For those of you guys that know Chris, Tracy, those of you guys that have met him, do you want to like throw in a couple of words? Kayla?
What time is it again?
6. The meeting starts at 6. He's scheduled for like 6:40, give or take. So I would definitely be on so you don't miss him.
Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, or the day before when me and Tina were talking. She told me Chris was coming to Stacy's meeting, and I was like, yep, that's what I need in my life right now. I need some Chris.
Yeah, incredibly motivational. Amanda, roughly, I saw your chat come through, roughly 6:40, give or take.
I'm sure Stacy's gonna tape it though, or record it.
It's going to be taped, but if you guys like want to hop on live and you're able to, obviously with school, that might be a little bit difficult. Kayla, Tracy, anybody else that has met Chris or heard Chris in person?
I'll be on tomorrow.
Go for it. I'm going to
Hey,
bump.
I'll try to jump on tomorrow depending on kids and what's going on with my mother-in-law.
Okay.
Kayla, did you want to talk about it? Talk about him?
I found it, guys. Oh, sorry.
What I like about Chris though is like his energy.
Yeah.
Like I met Chris a couple times actually, and both times I met him, it was his energy that really got me hooked.
He's really got a no BS attitude, and it does good for a lot of people. Like, he doesn't let you use the excuses that everybody's like, yeah, it's okay. He's like, no, quit your crap, get your head in the game.
Right. Exactly. No nonsense. Like, I don't know. He just demands like some kind of authority, and he's nice to look at in a suit. I mean, you want me to continue to go on? No, I'm just kidding. No, he's really amazing. And I got to tell you, if you did not watch Rise and Grind these last 2 days, you need to go back and watch them, because he was probably his most, well, not probably most, one of his vulnerable times where he actually came and talked about what his fears were. And it was so moving to see somebody who's so successful and, I mean, motivates 3,500 women on a daily, you know what I mean, on a Rise and Grind. And for him to come and be so real with us, it was so incredibly eye-opening. But total, and if you don't get a chance to watch Rise and Grind, ladies, because of schedules or time zones, you really should make 15 to 20 minutes a day just to watch them, because it really does motivate your business and motivate you personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, really be there tomorrow if you can. It's not often we get that kind of like small group meeting with him. So yeah, be there.
I will
Fantastic.
say too that he definitely knows how to command attention in a room, and he will definitely have you completely engrossed in whatever the heck he's talking about, because you just can't help but be drawn to anything he says. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. He is the whole reason I had the ability to go back to court when my alimony was ending, not only to increase my child support, which I could do every single year, but also to extend my alimony. And I was in a room with him because I was one of the flyaways. So there was 10 of us chosen that year. We got to go to corporate, and I did it for 3 years. So, and I sat in a room, and he basically looked at me and he said, and now I was going into this meeting feeling really good, right? So it was like end of first quarter, and my personal numbers were like some of the highest in the rooms. And I'm talking like $1 million leaders, right? And here I am, like I was just starting out in my business. And so I was feeling really pretty good about myself. And he literally looked at me and told me I was a failure. And I was like, and we're just at the little U-shaped conference room. And I was like, he goes, yeah, because to hit what you need to hit, which is one of the numbers that I've always had up on my board, he was like, you shouldn't have waited to the last minute. He's like, you're holding on to that, and you should not go back and get an extension of your alimony, and you should not go back and ever increase your child support. He goes, because you will always fall back on that, and you will never be the best of your ability. I'm not kidding you guys. The people next to me, Taylor Alexander, was there, and she wrote on a piece of paper because it was U-shaped. So like he was at the head of the table and I was like right here. She wrote on a piece of paper and it said, "Shit's getting real." And she held it up to the opposite side of the room, because she had nominated me to go first to have Chris say what he wanted to say to us. And I'm telling you guys, like, that was the most real moment. I have never gone back for child support, and I've never gone back to get my extension on my alimony because of him. And he's right. Like, I never would have pushed myself and continue to push myself if I had something to fall back on, right? So he's incredible. And so I highly recommend, because like we said, like you don't get a lot of opportunities where it's just a small group. So to be able to have him come on and join us, even if it's just for a few minutes of his time, he is in California and he is taking time out of his schedule right now because working on his greatest fear and so forth. So super stoked. So that's happening tomorrow. But before some of you guys hop off, I do just want to take a picture really quickly. So if everybody can smile and put their faces on as much as possible. So that way, if those of you people jump off, I still have this. Yay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so with that being said, I would love for you guys to talk about a couple of things that maybe have worked well in the business for you that, you know, are helping you book parties or helping your confidence or helping your whatever it may be, follow up. I know I had posted this in the event a couple of times. If you guys could come kind of prepared for this, I would love to have an open discussion and see what works. So that way it's just not listening to me tonight, it's listening kind of to all of us. And we've all been in the business for different amounts of time. So does somebody want to start?
Can I start since I'm driving? Is that a yes?
Go ahead, Kay.
Okay. So recently, actually, I just partnered with a boudoir photographer who was starting out in her business. So what I ended up doing last Friday night is I modeled the Pure Romance lingerie and the Pure Romance props that we have in the photo shoot. I gave her full release of my photos for her business, and she gave me my photos as a release to do as what I want to help promote her business. So with that being said, what I ended up doing is that anybody who books a boudoir session through her, they're getting 30% off the lingerie through me. And if I refer anybody to her, they get $50 off their session. I've booked 2 parties at her studio just by winning one of her Christmas, 12 days of Christmas giveaways. That opened up a huge thing.
So that's all brand new clientele. Are they in-home or are they virtual? What did you book?
I book at her studio. So they're both at her studio, both parties that I booked.
Oh.
So what happened is with COVID and everything else, with restrictions and her studio being only certain amount of people are supposed to be in there, we booked 2 separate parties for the people that couldn't make it to the first one. They could go to the second one.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations. Anything else that has worked well for you this month that you want to share, or recently, whatever it might be?
The only other thing that I shared was something to the Toy Soldiers group when I went through and was talking to the ladies about the gift certificates and doubling their rewards if they hosted a party with me. It was the pictures of the hearts. I sent the same message out to every woman who commented, whether it was on my main page or my VIP page. And I booked a couple parties off that. I actually have a party this Friday night, and then I have 2 parties on the 13th.
Fantastic. Yes, you guys did share that. If anybody needs that bumped, we can bump that up as well. Thank you, Kayla. I'm really excited for you. And if you guys have never done a boudoir shoot, all of those up there, like, and I have pictures all around my office, like it is the most like empowering thing that you can do. And if you don't love your body, it is a really great way to help you love your body. I did mine after I gained all my weight and had to re-love myself again. And then they're just kind of reminders. So they're super empowering. I actually met Kayla because of a boudoir event that she was invited to. And then there were some of us vendors. So you just never know. And then Kayla hung out by my table the whole time. And then had a really big wish list and then ended up joining us. So you just never know when you kind of step outside your comfort zone, what may come of that. So Kayla, I'm really proud of you for doing that. Who's next?
I'll go. So the things that helped me this month, I always forget the girl's name. What is it, Tracy? You know, you told me her name the other day.
It's Leanne Rhodes.
Yes. So I watched Leanne Rhodes' video in January, and I watched it again in February. I did probably 9 out of the 10 things she told me to do, and that gave me my highest month ever for my team. It gave me my highest promotion month ever, just listening to her. But not just that, going to team meetings helps me, Rise and Grind helps me, and Tina and Tracy help me. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Tina and Tracy. So that's really important to me. And I think the number one most important thing for me that I'm learning is patience. It may not happen in your first month or two. I didn't get my regular sales until probably like month 5 or 6. So if you're in the beginning and you're like, man, this sucks, I'm not getting sales. Ladies, February is coming. Stimulus is coming. Taxes are coming. It's going to happen for you. You just have to believe in it. So I just wanted to share that.
I love
That was some great feedback.
Patient, that's a really good one. Love it. Brandy, what in particular did you find that worked? Oops. Did you find that any of those, if you did like, 9 out of the 10 that Leanne Rhodes did you find any certain ones worked better for you than the other ones?
The follow-up really works, and the pick of numbers really work. And the one I'm trying in February, the one that worked the most in January were the Valentines, playing Cupid. That's where the majority of my sales came from in January. And in February, this wasn't Leanne Rhodes, this was somebody else, but I decided to host my own virtual vendor event, and I have 11 vendors participating so far. So that's.
And those vendor events, Tracy and I participate in some of those too, the virtual vendor events, you guys. I'm going to be the first to say, like, I kind of suck at posting in them and keeping up with them. But what it has done is relationship building. So I don't get a lot of sales from them. But man, do I meet people all over the US. So
It's actually where I met Lynn.
Oh, really?
That's where I met Lynn. Yes, I found her website for vendor events on Facebook. I met Lynn, and now look. So
I didn't realize that's how you met her.
Yeah, I've never met her a day before in my life in person. She actually doesn't live far from me. She lives.
That's what I thought.
So yeah.
I am looking at Lynn thinking, what does she have on her chest? Is it a pig? It's a bird, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bird.
My God, I'm like, is it a baby's toy? What's going there? Okay.
What kind of bird is it?
I want to say hi. I'm trying to get her to say hello for you guys, but she's giving
Hello.
me I say it instead of me giving her kisses for saying it.
Is she a parrot?
Yeah. She's in the parrot family. She's an eclectus.
Oh.
Very pretty.
And we weren't looking for attention. I have to hold her while my husband does their food and water, or else she gets very territorial and attacks him.
Oh, she's pretty. What's her name?
Thank you. Scarlett.
I knew you were going to say that. I
Well,
love
she was
that.
5 years old when I got her. She was already named and trained and everything when I got her.
It's the perfect
And
name for her.
she's usually a brighter red with purple around her neck, but she plucks it all out during the winter.
Mm.
And she has yellow on her tail.
Aw, she's pretty.
I did. I legit thought that was a baby rooster, and I was like, you know what? To each their own. Like,
I did too. I was starting to think it was a rooster too. Casey,
She's also not
so
usually this
big.
close to
Oh
my
my
face, but the
gosh.
cat's bothering her.
Casey.
Yep,
Hello.
the third.
Oh, cutie pie.
This is Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte.
How old is she
She
now?
started screaming.
Big.
She's 3 months old.
Oh my goodness, I feel like you just had her.
I feel like I just had her too.
She's a
And
cutie.
here we are. And her hair is curly and loud.
Mhm.
I love it. I love it.
She's amazed by the screen.
Yeah, she is. Who else wants to share with us? Thank you, Brandy, for that. Patience. That was I've not thought of that one before. Oh, Tammy's on.
Does anybody else want to go, or I can? So January, I'll go, I guess. No one else wants to pop in. January is a really good month for me. So I did invest on the new products. That's it though. But normally I am the type of girl that wants to invest more and more and more. Like if I only need one, I'll buy a 6-pack just cause. And I didn't need to this month because orders were coming in. So I think I want to talk about those vendor events first. So we are involved in those vendor events. Tina and I are in different weeks, and it's crazy and chaotic. And I don't know how the lady actually controls it all, because I was talking to her today and she runs 5 vendor events a week. And there's like 20 to 25 vendors each week. And she keeps it all straight. It's crazy. I think it's the consultants and the vendors that get more confused because you've met so many people and they invite you to theirs, and it's just a nightmare. But anyway, it's really, really awesome to network with those women. And I was telling Jess Sherman today, I've never been a girl to party swap because I've always gotten the short end of the stick. Like they either canceled or they've not invited anybody. And I've always tried to like just shy away from it. Well, this time I'm like, I'm going to try. And I'll tell you, I booked with from a vendor event that I did in December. I had posted on my page, and one of the vendors for Tupperware had commented, long story short, we partied together. Like she partied one night with me. I partied one night with her. And she lives in California. So I adjusted my time, and her party started at 10:15 my time, 7:15 her time. So it was a late night party. But out of those 5 women that were on that party, including her, 3 girls booked, and they're all vendors from that event. And it was so awesome. But I really, and just making those connections, and I'm partying with all these girls in February, which is great. But the most important thing, ladies, again, I'm always going to revert back to training that we've already had. Go back and watch that follow-up video from the team party that Tina did on how to follow up with people that are invited to those groups. Now, we all know that you can't go and message a ton of people all at once because you're going to get thrown into Facebook jail. Brandy knows. I know Brandy too, right? But I'm telling you, those people that don't even comment, those groups, I will be the first to tell you, is the way to do your parties from now on, because they get way more traction and more interaction than an event. Number 1. Number 2, those people get 30 days to preview that. So even if they don't RSVP, they're still they might not be seeing all of them and be fully in the algorithm of that group, but they're going to see bits and pieces. Okay. But the key to what was good for me this month was following up with the people that said they were coming that didn't, the people that said maybe, the people that said no, but most importantly, the people that didn't even respond or RSVP. So I went through one of those parties. I personally messaged 52 people. 4 orders came out of that and 1 party booked for someone who didn't even watch the main event, like did not watch the party that night. So I'm telling you, follow up is your fortune. I know they always say that fortune is in the follow up. It is, because those ladies, something may have come up. Oh, you know what? I got caught with this. I got caught up with this, or I worked late, or whatever. If you don't follow up, you'll never know. And you know what? My group grew, I think 9 women, and they're active. They're active in my page. Another thing too, I want to talk about is those 3 parties. Or Tina, did you want to do that? Okay. So those 3 parties that Tina talks about in orientation, she said it on the last meeting too. No matter what, if you do not book any parties with any consultants, you should automatically host 3 in your group, or be a part of 3. You should automatically have 3 on your books for every single month. Number 1 is the team party. Girls, get your people there. Now we would love to have you there because it's a great way for you to learn and see demos and see how other people demo products. But ultimately, you invite your people, they order, you're getting them sales and future bookings. Like, we're not keeping that. That's all yours. So let us do the work for you, right? Why not? That's number 1. Number 2, some kind of prize party, right? Like I did a prize party also last week, and it was just over $800 in retail for 2 hours on just going live in my Facebook page. Had I not done that, I never would have gotten those sales. And all I did was, here's our nourishing body lotion, gave a quick demo on it, who wants to take advantage of this? I have it in these scents. They're like, yeah, I'll take it. And then I picked out of my little prize bag here. And every time someone bought something, they got a prize. Now, mind you, I did discount. I put a little bit too many discounts in this bag. So I will be changing that up next time for this month, because I'm not going to give 10 and 15% off products. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do other things. But that was $800 that came from just adding another party. And then that birthday bash, that is amazing. You can put out a birthday message that says, where are my February birthdays? We have verbiage for those who want it to actually go out and message those women who have a birthday that month. Either you can say, we want to celebrate you, and I'm having a party where you can go ahead and come as a guest of honor. If you want, you can even reap some hostess rewards by adding a couple friends to this group. Whatever they order, you get 10% of their sales. So those 3 parties are huge. And then you're going to do follow up on those people that didn't show, right? So I will be the first to tell you that I have always not followed up. I've not consistently followed up. This year, that's what I'm going to do. And I promise that there's going to be somebody out there that is going to say, you know what? Yeah, I do need to see that. Or you know what? I want to host my own party, because they do. When you're offering that kind of stuff out, they want it. So follow up, follow up, follow up. And you're going to hear that so much all the time, but it's really beneficial to do that. So that is really what really contributed to my success in January, was following up and adding those 3 parties, or participating in those.
What do you think would be some good prizes to put in the hat for the prize?
Well,
parties?
what I did,
I want to let Tracy definitely tell what you're going to do. And then we're going to do the prize party as the team party So we're going to talk more about so you'll hear from both Tracy, and then a little bit you'll hear from me again when we talk about it. So Tracy, tell them what you did.
What I did in mine was I did like discounts, 5%, 10%, 15, and some 20. I also had free travel size products because I still had some left over for when we had the Glow Getter sets, and I still was able to have some coochies that I had found in my closet of supplies. I also had like a deluxe pleasure pack, a Just Like Me, and a Sensations. Hello, with my business card. I also bought scratch offs. So that is something else that you could put in there. You can get 5% off today, and then with your purchase, you're going to have a little scratch off in your, 5% today, scratch off in your order. So it could be candy. You can go and buy some truffles, right? You're going to get truffles for Valentine's Day. You could I'm going to send whatever. You could do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be product at all. You don't even have to really fully discount. It's a prize party. It could be anything. But I'll tell you, every single pull, like I will have some discounts. I will. But I did like 4 of each. Like 4 5s, 4 10s, 4 15s, and I did like 2 20s. And damn it, did I pick freaking discounts every single time? I was like, you get 20% off. And then I would be like, but it worked. It was $800, right? So it was something I would have not had. I would have sat and watched Netflix that night, girls. I'm gonna be real. So definitely follow up and do those 3 parties. I mean, all for nothing. We know Tina's a badass, but she doesn't do this just because just to put it out there. I mean, it's successful for her too. So that's all I got.
What Tracy didn't share too is that by her vendor event and meeting this woman in California.
Oh my God, go for it.
No, kind of big. You can go for it.
I sponsored a girl out in California because she came. No, one in California. Jenny. Okay, wait. So, rah, rah, rah. We've got Brichette is how her name looks like Bridget, ladies, but it is actually pronounced Brichette. Okay. She is a fashion model, a mom of 3, and a fibromyalgia survivor. And I met her through my Tupperware party from the vendor that I met in the online event. She came to the party. She loved what we talk about. She actually ended up joining the team and wants to actively sell. So that is super cool. Then yesterday morning, I get a message from Tina. Did you know you sponsored somebody? I'm like, yeah, I know. She's like, no, yesterday. I go, who? What? So I happened to look quickly, it's still in bed, look over, and I noticed that this girl, Jenny Kleinberger, had joined my team, and she was a guest to my number one customer, who's been my number one customer. She joined my team. I didn't even know. When I talked to her at the party, she's like, I don't think this is for me. She went back, she thought about it. She knows what we stand for. She did a little bit of research about the company, and now she's on our team. So I was like, oh my gosh. And she came to training yesterday, orientation. She stayed the distance with me through those 2 hours, almost 2 hours. And she had told me, girls, that she wasn't going to really start anything until like spring. So mid-March. She already has her VIP. I mean, she's already moving. So I'm super pumped about that. Thank you, Tina. That is so important about adding those 2 women that are on the West Coast on this team. So yeah, thank you. I'm still kind of like in awe.
Did Brichette, was at the end of January? You know how reports, so it didn't, was she January or February?
It was a January 31st. And then midnight struck February 1st, but Jenny didn't get the $19.99 because it didn't start till noon. So she both.
But I owe you a super sponsor, and I'm sorry I didn't recognize you because the reports were not right. So you did not pull up in the reports.
It's totally fine. I didn't even really super think about it, honestly. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So follow up.
Yeah, that was huge, you guys. And this is why I did this and I posted it. But it's really kind of fun because like this is our map now in the United States.
We're on the West Coast and we are on the East Coast.
Literally from Maryland, North Carolina, New York, Ohio, Colorado, Nevada, California, Oregon, and Washington State. Like, how cool is that we are literally coast to coast? And these are people that are on our Toy Soldiers teams. So when you see me doing things at different time zones, they're like 8:30 at night. Remember, like that's like 5:30. So they're just getting out of work. So I do try to accommodate for all of our time zones now because we're really in all of them. So that's very cool. Who else would like to share? I really would love to hear from all of you. Like Shantae, you're new, you're rocking it. Lynn, Amanda, you've had some big changes.
It doesn't have to be business either.
I'll go.
Share, like maybe it's been a past. Thank you.
I'll share. All right, so it's really tough. I'm going to say what has helped me the most is definitely Rise and Grind. Chris is an awesome motivator for sure. And all of our coffee talks and getting great advice from everybody, and especially all the help I get from Brandy. Because if I didn't have her help, I would so be lost. She's taught me a lot that I didn't even know I could do, even on Facebook, period. And she also shared all the really cool ideas from that lady to try to get party bookings and sales. And I'm definitely I always schedule my posts and I stick to it, especially now that I'm back to work full time, because I want to keep my algorithm building with all of my people in there. And I want my group to grow, and I want them to get to know me and build trust with me so that they will start buying things from me and having parties and, referring me to all their friends. So, and I'm a very shy, quiet person. I always sit back and I don't say anything. And with all the coffee talks and stuff, it's really helping me come out of that shell a little bit and start talking more. And that's what I've got for now.
I love that. I love the fact that you said increased confidence, like your confidence is, and just the fact that you shared today, like that's huge. Shantae, because people think like, when they see somebody, I've been in business for 5 years. Like, have you always, talked? I hated it. I had no confidence whatsoever. So I think it's really important that everybody knows that, like when you're in this business, your confidence just increases and it gets better. And I've heard this from a few different people. And so I think that's makes my heart so happy that is happening with you already. And it's not just going to affect your business life. It is going to affect like your entire personal life with that confidence. So that is really huge. And I love the fact like Grind and Coffee Talk, like how it gets you going, like, you take that 15 minutes and then back to work full time, because some people like they, they say like the full time, like it's hard to work their job, but you're scheduling post. And so you're keeping that interaction going and you're keeping your business moving forward. You're taking how long to schedule posts? Like a week? Are you doing it once a week? Are you sitting down? Like, how are you doing that so others that work can hear that?
So I usually have every Sundays off. And I have Wednesdays off of work now too. So my days off, I will take to schedule a week. Sometimes I can even do a full month. It really doesn't take all that long, as long as you have all of the posts that you want to post put together.
I love that. Hi.
Tina, can I add something real quick?
Of course, please do.
Also, ladies, yesterday was a big challenge for me, and I'm going to tell you, like, okay. We often sit in that comfy zone. You know what I mean? Like, I know myself, I am a big, this happens all the time. I sit in that comfortable zone and I never really try to go out and stretch more than what I know I can handle. And I know that if your goals aren't big enough or scary enough, then they're not the right goals for you, right? But challenge to do something a little bit out of your comfort zone. So yesterday we had training and I was all about just sitting back, listening to Tina once again. And something came up where she could not be, she was on the call, but she was muted because she had to take care of some personal business. And she's like, okay, you can do the training. And I had to train in front of her. Now, that was really nerve-wracking, but you know what? It empowered me to be like, you know what? No, I'm just going to swallow I'm going to let this, I was scared. Like, I'm like, what if I mess up? Like, I take notes when she writes, when she talks, I'm writing everything down, but it was good flow. And I felt good when I got off there that she told me like that, you did a great job. Now I know I have some polishing to do, but we all do, right? But just take that little step out of that comfort zone, just a little, and you will be so surprised at how great you're going to feel after.
Mm-hmm. It's very true.
I didn't know she was nervous.
God, I was so nervous. Shantae, I keep thinking you're on, but it's a still face. So when you're talking, your lips aren't moving. I'm like, am I behind?
I keep doing the same thing. Did not realize that was a still photo. That's the most real looking still photo ever.
I know.
Waiting for, I'm like, maybe she's frozen.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but we could still hear her.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, so Tracy, I really appreciate you doing that. And it was fantastic. Like, and in fact, when I got off the phone call, Tracy's like, okay, you ready to take over? And I'm like, no, I think like you're really going good. Like, so I just let her continue to do that training. And now she's got that one under her belt and it went really well. And again, like it helped me out and so forth. So awesome stuff. The things just flipped around. Okay. Amanda, anybody want to share? And then if you guys didn't do a lot with your business in January, but you have seen something or you have some goals that you want to share with us, like Casey, you're on here. I'm so excited. Jessica, you're on here, Just Sherman's back on here. So like, if you guys want to share something too, Tiffany, if you want to talk, if you just want to take the night off, no problem, totally understand. Kelly, you're literally just getting started. So if there's something like you want to share, like kind of like a goal or what you're looking to do with your business, please share that as well too, because we would love to hear it.
I'll go, I guess. So many of you, there's a lot of new faces. I've been away for a while. I have fallen off a little bit due to stage 3 cancer, but I'm in a spot right now. I do not know why I'm echoing.
Kelly, can you mute your line, love? Thank you.
Oh, there we go. So anyway, so I was going to go on a medical leave, and just as I was about to fall inactive, I said, you know what? I'm going to keep going because I am not a quitter. I did what I had to do, continued to stay active. Saw a post that Tina posted about the 50 women sending a personal message for, 50 women. I send you this message that answers 3 questions. I did it. I've had a few responses within them. I have booked a party. I have a potential to sign up underneath me. So right now I'm just in the process of getting back into my groove, and I'm going to have a lot of time sitting there at chemo. So might as well have something to do while I'm sitting there for hours getting treatment. So I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going, building my VIP back up, just doing what I got to do and keep asking questions, taking all the advice I can get to get myself back up to where where I want to be.
Did you get that post right today with the link?
No, it didn't work. I tried it with my website, clicked on it, and it told me it wasn't found. So I just put my personal website in there.
Okay. So what Jess's question was, if maybe I got it wrong, she wanted to actually give a direct link to a product and then post it in the product of the week post. So I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't do product of the week, which I should, but I didn't know how she could get a direct link. So I'm like, maybe you could just go to your website, take the link, but it would take her to the website, and then it did work to the product, but then she couldn't copy and paste a link to the actual post.
I'll share my screen for a second.
Okay.
This is actually really good because just as a reminder to you guys, Facebook, it is not us. Chris brought it up on the Positions of Prestige call yesterday. He wants to stop having, because, in all the Positions of Prestige pages, the same thing, like people's links are rerouting to corporate. It is not a Pure Romance thing. It is totally a Facebook and outer thing. But so just as a reminder, so you need to make sure that you are signed out of the back office first. And then you'll see here that you're like Pure Romance. You can go to Pure Romance. Oops. If I could spell, pureromance.com/ in your name or whatever your link is. Now, normally I would just put and give that to people, pureromance.com / Christina Martin. Even if in Messenger, Facebook is wiping off that Christina Martin and they are sending it over to corporate. So you need to click on like shop, okay? And you can click in the entire thing, right click and click copy, and then paste it into where you want to do. That will help avoid it. Creating a party link and having people use the party link, that will help avoid it. Okay. Going directly to a product. So what was the product that you were trying to do, Jess?
What is it? The Healy hydrating oil is what the product of the week is.
Yes, it's not called
that.
Hydrating.
Body oil.
I started to write. Thank you.
Hey, Tina.
Yeah.
Can I interrupt you for a minute?
Absolutely.
I want to show you something. Okay? I'm flipping my camera.
Is that your new piggy?
What?
Yeah, that's Harley. That's Harley. That's currently Pumbaa.
How many pigs do you have?
He's got snow on him. And then Wilbert's right here. It's my third one.
Oh my good Lord.
But she sent me a picture the day that she got the new one, and I was like, it looks like, what did I tell you the picture looked like?
Oh, he looked like a porcupine or something.
I was like, he looked like a porcupine. It was really funny. Okay. So anyways, so like now I'm on hydrating body oil. So I can just come up here. Oops. You can control A it, you can control C it, you can right click, you can copy it. Okay. I'm going to now put in the chat. Did you say Wilbur? And then, oops, sorry, that's trying to go to Shauna instead of everybody because Shantae. I'm going to do that every single time. Okay, so now when you click on that, it should take you directly to my link. So make sure you are doing that entire thing. If you don't want to do a big link, have you guys heard of Bitly? It's free. Okay, this is another way around things. So say we want to turn that, so Bitly .com will actually shorten links. So you'll see out here, like I already have one created for the Flipbook, or I have one created for a product search. But you can click on this create link.
Is that how you post like just Tina's Love Lounge? Have it labeled Tina's Love Lounge without a full link? Full link, I mean.
Oh, I bet I can do that. No, that's just what I copies and paste now from when I pasted in. I don't know why it started doing that. That's
I'm like, that's sweet, because then it doesn't look like this long, all these letters.
But if I did like my PR Love Lounge, say, right, I could just Control C it, come over to Bitly, paste that link in, and now it's going to give me this little tiny link that I can copy, and now I can share it with that. And if you guys click on that link, it will take you to my Love Lounge. So you can use Bitly and it's free if you don't want to use these really big, long.
Bitly.com.
Yep, BITLY, and then it will create like a bit.ly, and then it will give you a funky number. And then you can save them if you want, so that you can reuse them as well. So that's another way to kind of get around what's happening right now. But it is a Facebook thing. Hold on, I got to figure out how to get you guys up here so I can. Oh, there we go. Stop my share. Does anybody have any questions about that?
So,
yeah.
If you're, how do you do it if you're using your cell phone?
Okay. So same thing. Okay, so say I'm in my cell phone. I'm going to go to pureromance.com, Christina Martin. It's not going to be able to show. All right. And then I'm going to go to, I don't want to log in, so I'm going to go to shop now. I'm going to find the product, because you can search the products. Like on the left side, it gives you like the lines. So we can say hydrating. It's going to bring up your body oils, find the one that you want. So the product of the week was just the main one, right? And then if you click in the address bar, do you have an iPhone or do you have an Android?
I have an Android.
So that's mine, me too. So when you click in the address bar, there's that little 2 papers, that's the copy link. And so then you can just copy it, and then you can go into like a message and hold it down and then just click the paste button.
Okay.
And it pastes it over. Does that make sense?
Okay. Well, I tried to do that earlier, but then when I clicked on the link itself, it went to go redirect me to that link, but then would say item not found or something like that, or link
Maybe
not
you
found.
if you didn't have the entire link, because this one just took me, I clicked on it, it took me right there. But if you were even missing like the last letter or the first letter or whatever, so you have to make sure that you get that entire link.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Okay, sorry, okay, so Jess, thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share?
So my goal here for now is to be able to cover my wages for maternity leave, because unfortunately I will not get paid. So that's where I'm going with this one. And I was pretty stoked to sign back on, and I got 2 orders in like 10 minutes of being back.
I love that. And you don't have to share that. Oh, funny. That's funny. Jessica, you don't have to share that number obviously right now, but I would love to sit down and kind of go through like goals with you and talk about what that number is and kind of how we can make sure that you're getting there.
Sounds good.
Okay. So excited to have you back and congratulations. Yeah, you had those first sales in like minutes, so that's awesome. Anybody else?
I will. Actually, I'm actually finding that doing the sponsorship envelopes after a party, that's been working pretty well for me. I've booked a few parties from that.
Can you share what those envelopes are? So everybody knows.
Yeah. So they're just the little cards that came in the package. So a lot of them will say like book a free party. Book a party and get a free gift, sorry. Or 10% discount or 5% or special discount. Just all different. But I seem to have been, but most of them say book a party. Just happen to work out that way.
Are you doing that during a party?
I do it like at yeah, in between before I get to the toys.
Okay.
So I do it in between just to kind of take a little bit of a break. And I give them the option of opening the envelopes, give them 3 options. And then they can choose to either take the envelope and what the message says. They can give it back, or they can book a party right then and get a special and get an extra gift from me for booking a party right before they even take the envelope.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Yeah.
So you guys, I believe if you don't have that, you can buy the sponsoring game or the booking game under, for those of you guys that got social seller kits, or you can create your own. I used to do the envelope game when I first started as my booking game. So Amanda, that shows like the importance. You should do a booking game every single time you have a party.
Yeah.
Even with one person on. I had a party that not even the hostess came to because her father-in-law was really sick. And I started messaging people. I kind of put a post out there about it, but one person showed up and I still asked her if she wanted to have a party. I did my full demo for her. She ordered and then she booked a party, and her party is very active. So that party game is awesome, Amanda, that is what is helping you book parties.
Yeah.
But if you want to just, you guys get envelopes, just use standard envelopes. I used to put Post-it notes on them, 3 Post-it notes, and I'd go around and try to pick.
It's just a regular envelope.
Perfect. Yeah.
So, and I numbered them myself. So, and then I added an extra envelope just because. Why not?
And then you can just put prizes for when they book a party in there. And I love how you say they get an extra gift if they book a party without even opening an envelope. That's cool.
Yeah.
Tina, do you remember what Monique McGuire's booking game was? With the samples?
Yeah, she uses the old samples.
And she has them in like little organza bags. And as she goes around and she's like, okay, do you want to have a party with me? And if they're like, no, and she's like, oh, okay, well, I understand that you're interested in paying full price and not having to worry, but that's okay, honey. I'm sure somebody wants to get my products for free. And then she goes to the next person, even on Zooms, she does the same thing. And then what she does is she says, okay, I'm going to pick one. So she has the thing, she reaches in, and inside the organza bag must be maybe like a Just Like Me or an old Body Dew. And it doesn't have to be the flavor or the scent that's on her little foil pack. You're going to get that product for free the night of your party. And you're going to get $100 in free product. Now, she does that because she can, and she has that, that type of ability to give that much in product away. No matter what, she gives $100 to her consultant or to her hostesses. But she uses those. So Tiffany, you with all them samples, you can use that as a booking opportunity.
Yes,
which I'm so envious of your samples, Tiffany.
They don't keep the sample pack. So like I have some that still have like the original Body Dew or the lemon great head. We don't sell those anymore. And I'm like, what am I going to do with that? Forgot Monique does that, right? So and then she just reuses them over and over. They don't get to keep their stuff. She just writes it down. That's what they're going to get. Thank you for reminding me of that.
That's a great booking game.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're not giving away the sun and the moon and the stars. You're giving away a product. And probably 80% of the time, the party will be over $200. So it's going to be like 10%. That's their hostess gift. So yeah, that's a great one, using the samples as also an incentive to book. That they'll get the full size product the night of their party.
Oops. Does anybody else have or Amanda, first of all, before I ask that question, is there anything else that you would like to share that has worked well for you?
Asking two people to join my team, I guess.
And they said yes.
I know. I was kind of shocked.
And what's the
Well-
worst thing that could have happened? They said,
Well, Karen was kind of hemming and hawing, so I kept bugging her. And then the other person actually came to me and asked me if they could join. But
and
they'd been
she's
to a
not
few
on
parties.
tonight because she has to work.
Correct.
I did, so I sent like voice messages to a bunch of people today, just like reminding them about the meeting. On all of my success lines, just not everybody. So if you didn't get one, I didn't leave you out. Like I just like went through a couple of lists, and she wants to still do a training. So she's going to send us some available times. So like I kind of know her schedule, because I do
Okay.
try to accommodate schedules for the next week.
Right.
Um,
Cool.
So use samples in organza bags. Monique. Okay. So yeah, asking people and they said yes. If we don't ask, we don't know. So it all comes back to you need to play a booking game. She's getting parties. We need to play a sponsoring game, right? Part of every single demo that we should do. I'm like out of waters here. Who else? Kelly, is there anything that you would like to share? I think, or Casey, or I know Kelly, you just signed up, but like what you're hoping to get out of this business, if you have questions for any of us.
I think right now I'm just like listening, seeing what's going on and see where things go from here. I work full time and I have the little one a lot. So just wait and see where things go.
Perfect. Yep. And we had talked about whether, you wanted to just to do it for a shopping discount right now, or if you wanted to make money. So Kelly is still in that, so it's awesome that you're on, because you're also hearing from people that are just joining the business, and you've kind of heard what kind of sales they're getting, and know that they are making between 30 and 40%. And there's also days that they can buy at a 50% discount as well. So I think that's really awesome that you're on and you can hear those things too. Casey, did you want to share anything, or Tiffany?
I can share. I'd actually I think January was a decent month for me. It was random, and I'm not really into the booking of the parties because it's out of my comfort zone, and I can never seem to get my children to go to bed on time. So me being able to go, we're gonna have a party at 8 o'clock just never happens right now with 3 children that are 6, 3, and 3 months old. So it's just been outside sales. I don't know. I got lucky.
That is, I don't want to say that, don't say that you got lucky.
Yeah, I mean, it's not lucky. I obviously put in the work. So
yes, give yourself credit for it. I just don't want you to take that credit away from yourself.
Yeah, no.
You're obviously talking about your business and sharing your business, right? And by doing so, people are buying. So some people don't ever have parties, right? And they just get those sales, and even if you can participate in the team party, if you want to invite people to the team party where you don't have to do anything, even if you can't hop on because the kids are crazy, or they're not going to sleep, and you've got a 3-month-old and you're taking get that totally. But if you can invite people to the team party, then we'll work on getting those sales for you, right? In that party booking, say that they want to book a party with you and you're like, I didn't want to book a party. Guess what we'll do? We'll throw them into the next team party, and they can be a hostess the following month, because we're going to have them every single month.
Okay.
Okay. So
I mean, that's how I started out. When I first joined, I think that's when the team party started.
Yes.
Because of COVID and stuff. And that's kind of how I've just gotten my sales all along. And that's been pretty successful. So and I would reach out to everybody that I knew, and probably half of them would be like, yeah, I'll come. And then probably half of those people would actually purchase. So you're really you're literally not losing anything by just inviting people to parties. Even if you're on the fence about it, just do it. Just buck up and just do it. And I don't always use the verbiage, Because I feel like people, there's so much online parties and stuff going on that like the verbiage seems to be the same. Like, hey, how are you doing? I'm just checking in on you. Do you want to do this part? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, there's a team meeting. Do you want to come see some new stuff? And people are like, sure. You know what I mean? I've kind of tailored it to how I know them and how I think that they would react to it. Not just, here's some generic ass message.
Plus two, Casey, you have to tailor it to how you speak, right? Like, so if
Right.
that's not how you talk, like, oh my God, Tracy's so fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't talk like that
Exactly.
either. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, but
Yep.
you got to tailor it to you. You got to be authentic. So that's awesome that you're really having success with orders and not like physically doing party. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Listen, there's
And I've
some
been like,
consultants that have never partied that do their business solely online. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and just giving that website out. Good for you.
Yep. Well, and anytime anything new comes out, I'm like, hey, this new scent just came out. Do you want to try it? And it literally, like, I'll have like 4 or 5 people, buying everything under the sun, from coochies to all that.
Can I ask you something? Do they come back for reorders?
Yep.
That's awesome. That's
I'm
just
like,
awesome.
yeah, I'm definitely getting reorders. I mean, they're not like huge reorders, but like I have a select few, I call them my VIP group, that I have my one lady, like, any toy that comes out, she'll just buy it. I'm like, hey, I'll give you a little bit of a discount, will you product test this for me? And I'm giving her like $10 off or like a free cleansing mist or something. And she's like all about that shit. That's it.
Love it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Thank you. So this is awesome because truly, you guys, we literally are seeing all perspectives from, no parties and just doing outside sales to parties and everything in between. So is there anything, and Tiffany says she just wants to share that she got more samples. If you haven't seen the picture of Tiffany's sample, please post it again so everybody knows what we're talking about. I don't think corporate has that many samples.
Listen, I have sample envy, okay? I have sample envy of her.
Honest to God. Like when we are like waiting on samples to go back orders and then I see her tub, I'm like, hot damn. Hold on a second. 8:30 or before.
I'm like, Tina, is that a tote full of samples? She's like, yup. I'm like, damn, I'm so envious.
Right? I've upped my sample game. So to show you guys a couple of things, so we'll kind of move on from what I have. To show you guys, Tracy puts an O. What did you say you put? An O and a just like?
O is sensations and a just like me.
Okay, so I do mine a little bit differently. Tracy got me hooked and she makes hers prettier because she puts like some shredded paper in there. I'm not all that good, but she did get these on Amazon and maybe she can post the link. I have to tell you, I love them. And I just sit down while I'm watching a TV show and I put them together. So they're like a resealable little package, but I put 2 samples in whatever I have. There's Afterglow and Sensations in this one. I just bought like some chafe. I've got the different coochies in different scents. I buy a pack of hot date night cards or whatever they're called now. And I throw in 1 or 2 cards in there. So then they can see what the cards are like, right? That's kind of a fun thing to do. I buy some coupon books because the retail on them is $7.50 and then you get your discount. So you're paying a few bucks for them, right? I pull out one, I fold it over and then they get like foreplay pass, right? So they get like a little game to play. And then because I play bingo like every 6 weeks or so, they all get 3 bingo cards. So when I'm doing my prize party, this would be considered my deluxe pleasure pack. I also put my business card in there. And then I have, you guys have seen me do these at our meetings when we're in person, but like a little like encouragement kind of card. So anyways, I throw all of that stuff in, and for my prize party, this is the deluxe pleasure pack. If they want she does 6 samples when she sends them out sometimes as a thank you for hosting a $0 party. Awesome. So I decided today, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I today took about 6 samples because I was shipping out a future hostess that girl that she was the only one to show to the party and then she booked the party, I sent her one of each sample I had because why? Now she can talk about products because she had never been to a Pure Romance party. She was totally not familiar with it. And she bought like one lubricant. So now I put in here, I opened it up and I put one sample of like the different scents and so forth that I had: Capri, Dirty French, Shape Escape, Afterglow, right? Sensation. So now she gets a wide variety and now she can tell her friends what she likes. So I've decided I'm going to do that for my hostesses too. Why did I not do that before? I'm not quite sure. So, and I don't give these to every single person. Every person does get the bingo cards, but I've decided to start doing they're a write-off because they're a business supply. But even if you just give them one sample, maybe you can get somebody hooked on a new product as well. And then if they contact you for it, you can always say, if they're like, I really love that Sensations, can I get a full size of that? You can also say, awesome, I would love to give you a full size for free. When you get your ladies together, we'll do a virtual party or an in-home party. And then you can get that product for free from me along with your other stuff, right? So turn it into something bigger. So a couple of things, upcoming events, and then I'm going to end with the prize party so that I can talk about the prize party. But if you guys have your calendars out, every Tuesday I got to get my other calendar out. Every Tuesday is from 7 to 8. So yes, we miss it on meeting nights, but it's Pure Business. We have asked that they start marketing a little bit more because a lot of people forget about Pure Business. And for example, tonight, don't be upset with me that we have this, but I just found this out yesterday, was Lucy Heinen and Party Bookings. So I will post the link. I will post the link when Pure Business comes out so that we can watch it, because Lucy Heinen is a badass and she's doing Pure Business from 7 to 8 tonight on Party Bookings. Next Tuesday, it is Dr. Madeline Castellanos. Okay, she is a sexual health therapist. She is somebody that comes to our national trainings and she educates us on like sexual health. So she's going to be talking about keeping passion alive in your relationship. We have requested that we have access to invite our clients to that one. So corporate is going to be talking to her about what content she is, but we are hoping, because we thought that would be a really great event to market to our clients as well, right?
What's her name? Dr.
Madeline Castellanos. You can actually follow her on Facebook too. Castellanos, but she has done corporate trainings for us at national training. She's really awesome. On the 16th is going to be Ashley Livermore. For you guys that know her, she's a badass in the company as well. And she's going to be talking about how to maximize product of the week.
Oh,
right.
Sign me up there.
Sign me up there too. Okay, so that is Pure Business. Those happen on the Tuesdays. And don't forget, for my senior consultants, associate directors, on Wednesday, your roundtables happen. This Thursday, just so you guys know, we like to tell these little things. It is Thank Your Mailman Day, National Thank Your Mailman Day. So you do a lot of mailings, and so forth. Put a little goodie out there and thank your mailman. We have our meeting I told you guys obviously about with Stacy, her Classy Click at 6 o'clock tomorrow. They are doing a little theme. They're trying theme party. So if you can wear something with pink or red, Chris Ciccanelli is going to be on it. So I'll actually like have my hair and makeup done and I won't be in a John Deere sweatshirt. Okay. He is the CEO of our company. So let's try to not be me, right? Don't do what I'm doing tonight, basically, was what I'm saying.
I think they said red or pink and business casual.
I don't know. I didn't see the business casual, but yeah.
I did.
I don't know. I just saw the red and pink. I went to go look at it. Friday is National Red. You guys, Sunday for the Super Bowl, this is the best ever because I didn't know this existed. It's National Work Naked Day. You guys have permission? There is a national work day. It happens to fall on the Super Bowl. So if you happen to be on your phone and somebody says something because you're naked, you just be like, it's National Work Day, Naked Day. I feel like we can do something about that, like make something happen for that. Tracy's looking at me like, oh my God, Tina's going to be fucking naked in her VIP group. Look at her. She's so
She's
disgusting.
making on Rise and Grind. I mean, but or not Rise and Grind, Coffee Talk, but she has tops her neck.
Multitasking. Okay. Saturday the 13th is Galentine's Day, which is always the day before Valentine's Day. So if you guys can book a party, that's like a great like singles lady kind of thing, but that's Galentine's Day. What else? Next week, so anybody that is on, she's still on here. She's not, Sarah. So Patty Marmon's meeting is next week. It's late for us, but some of you guys that work in the evenings that can hop on. Patty Marmon is a board of director and she's out in Oregon. So since we are coast to coast, I have linked up with her. Her team meeting starts at 7:15 PST time. So it's actually 10:15 for us. But if you are a night owl, she always has like a guest speaker kind of thing. Tracy and I get on the leadership portion beforehand. That starts at 9:15 our time. And then we stay on for like an hour. By 11, we pretty much clock out, right? While they do their own thing. But if you're a night owl and you want to do that, Patty Marmon's, it's always the second Tuesday of the month. What else? Demos and wine. I have changed the time for demos and wine, which is on the 17th. It's going to be from 8 to 8:50. That's just when we do a Zoom. We're going to go over some demos, but because we are doing our social night, for those of you guys that signed up to do the facials, talk about party swap. I don't do any other parties. Not going to lie. I've never party swapped. And this wasn't a party swap, but a girl that I met on a vendor event, the 17th is, Amanda is demos and wine and the Mary Kay night. So I don't use Mary Kay. Somebody dropping off a mask. I do use their charcoal mask. But anyways, she was in a vendor event and she bought one of my packages that I had put out as unclaimed packages, and I loved her personality. She lives in Philadelphia. She's from California. Anyways, so she decided to do a party with me. She asked me if I wanted to come to one of these virtual hydrofacial nights, and I pretty much laughed. I said, sure. I laughed with my kids. She sent me 9 products in the mail and I walked through the whole facial process. It took like an hour. And I was like, wow, that was really nice. And I woke up because you wore a mask overnight and I was like, damn, my skin feels pretty good. So she's like, do you know anybody? And I said, I will throw it out to the team. So I threw it out to you guys for anybody that wanted to sign up. There's no pressure to buy, but so that is happening at 9 o'clock, the hydrofacial. So we are going to cut off wine and demos at 8:50 to give everybody a 10-minute break and then hop on her Zoom as well. But her party, I had a client on there, Hawaii, California, Texas, Wisconsin, Philadelphia. It was almost a $2,000 party. And they are all like, and then there was 2 more clients that are directors for Mary Kay that bought out of California and booked parties. And they were like, you are our new orgasm lady. So literally, you guys, all the way to Hawaii, like how freaking cool is that? We could never do that before with just in-home parties. So I'm pretty psyched about it. And then our team party is the 25th. It's a Thursday at 8 p.m. So if you guys want to make sure to write that down, I will be creating the event soon. So I can start posting in that. And then we decided, because I did the votes and the votes really went with the prize party. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in just a second. But a couple of other things that are happening that Chris let us know on our call yesterday. What is today's date? So tomorrow at noon until Thursday at noon. If your client spends $75 on your website, they will get a free vibrating massager with tickler. Okay. So you guys will see that email come out, but be looking for it. This weekend, there will be a limited edition set on our websites for $99. A couple of different ones, one for $99, one for $79. Next, the 10th. What day is the 10th? Next week. The 10th at noon to the 11th at noon. 50% commission for orders over $75 on your website. So that's Lynn's like, what? Yes.
What are those dates again for the 50%?
Noon at the 10th until noon at the 11th. If somebody, for those people that spend $75 in retail, well, you will automatically get 50% commission. There are, you guys, some more, I don't know if you guys want me to go through all these dates, but all month long, there's going to be stuff like spend $75, get a free coochie, spend $75, get a free repair balm. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to push people so that you guys can go to their website. I love the 50% off commission though, or the 50% commission though. The day of our prize party. So the 24th at noon, till the 25th at noon. Damn it. So if anybody wants to pre-order, say they can't make it, right? If you tell them if they go on and spend $75 on your website, they'll get a free Just Like Me. So it ends at noon the day of our prize party. But for those are for people that don't come, you can send them out there to do that and get that orders placed by noon. So that way, yeah, they may not be able to come to the party, but you still get orders. Okay. The 4th and the 5th this month is an activation special. So you guys can let your downlines, your success lines know, because I think everybody on here, Jess, I guess this would apply to you because you are not activated yet. And this would also apply to you as well, Kelly. So there is an activation special that they're going to have a special kit from noon on the 4th until noon on the 5th. You roughly get, I think it's like $200 in product, and it will cost you $99. So that will come in your emails as well. There will be two pieces of limited lingerie coming out on the 8th, a plum colored one. I haven't seen the pictures. On the 11th and the 12th, people that are almost inactive. So if you have anybody that's almost inactive list this month, they can get the $49 almost inactive deal as well. The $39 kit, they're going to leave up all month long. They weren't going to do that, but they are going to leave that up all month long. And then there will be some IAP specials as well. So that's kind of things that are happening this month of dates that I have. Okay, so the prize party. Let me see. Yeah, that's that. Hold on. I have so many different papers. So this is what I use for my prize party. I literally was going to try to put Post-its on my wall. They all fell off. So I had these in my drawer. You can buy these. There's a whole huge pack of different sizes at the dollar store. I think you get 25 or 50 of these kinds of things for $1. I put them in just an organza bag. You can do them in a toy tote, like whatever. And again, it's for, I can't believe, you guys, I did not even advertise this. My algorithms are typically pretty good, like with my group, but I posted on Friday because I did not have a party. I wanted another party in January, and I have to do what I tell you guys to do. I needed those 3 parties on my books, right? The birthday bash, I had already done the team party, and I still didn't do like a fun party type of deal in my group. So on Friday, I changed my cover photo and just said prize party. I went away for the weekend. On Monday, I was like, hey, don't forget there's a prize party tonight at 8:30 at night. They normally last for me about 40 minutes or so. I just pick random products. A lot of times I'll show products that I don't show at my party. So that night I showed I showed the roller balls, like our essential oils. I literally just started grabbing stuff. I grabbed Miracle Oil because that sits on my desk. You can do any of our products from our demos, right? Kind of tell the people what it is. And then I would tell them, you need to comment what product you're taking. And then if there's a scent, let me know a scent or whatever. So I would be showing products, and I literally kept a notebook just in front of me. You guys are going to think like, this is how I get shit done. Some people are much more organized, not me. All right, this is my notebook. I learned I need a bigger notebook next time, okay? Because it's really hard to read. But I would be like, okay, Krista, she wanted a dirty French roller ball. Great. So like I let some people claim some stuff and then I would kind of write down and then I'd go back and I'd pick out of my prize bag. Okay, Krista was the first person. So this is for your dirty French rollerball. 15% off. Now I did not do many 15% off. My mistake was I put off of an order, not off of the product. Okay. I will be changing that for our prize party. I'm going to keep it to 5 and 10% off. So those of you guys that want, just want them to go to your website and order, you can just do the shop 5, shop 10 code. Okay. So there will be no 15 or 20% off. It will only be like there, and there will only be a few of the percentages off. Okay, Katie, you took a rise and grind out of there. I pulled and I showed them. She got a sample product. You know what that means? This is a deluxe pack, literally one sample. 5 extra bingo cards. Do you know how many people got excited over damn bingo cards? Because I play that bingo game. I buy 500 of the bingo cards for $6.
Tina, are you going to keep those in for the prize party for the girls that don't play bingo?
I probably should not.
Okay.
I'll have to come up with something else. Sample product. I even did pick again. I did one pick again because people liked it. It's like gambling, you guys. I did a party last year and literally I put duds on the back of the hearts and it was a prize party and they would pick a heart and I'm like, dud. Do you know what that got them to do? They bought more shit because it's gambling because they wanted another. I felt guilty as heck. I'm like, oh my God, they didn't get anything. Nope, they kept buying stuff. Gambling. I did travel products, so I have those, so I'll take that one out. I'll have to make up some stuff, you guys. Give me some ideas. Candy. I'm going to add more candies. Do you want to know what candies I used? Ring pops that I had left over from my daughter's birthday party. And I'm sending them a couple. Do you know how excited people got over candy? This girl was one of the girls that won this was in Texas, so I chose not to mail chocolate with her order. Okay. But she was like so incredibly excited. Deluxe pleasure packs. So you can do we'll do a bunch of these, right? I did mystery lingerie, which was a hit. I just asked for their size and it was lingerie that I just can't move or lingerie that I got like on clearance. I'll take that out though for our team party. So it'll mostly be like sample packs, deluxe pleasure pack type of deal where you just, send them a couple of sample products. Please tell me some other ideas. Some of the leaders do everybody, like every consultant pays like $5 or $10 and then she buys like a Coach wristlet, that you can get for like $29. I wasn't going to ask you guys to pay for this one, so I didn't do that.
Great idea for like down the road though.
Yes, exactly. But I wanted you guys to see a prize party first. If you guys want to do the $5 thing, or $10 thing, we can totally do that. But, and I may have some, I may do that anyways and just advertise it and buy them myself. And then that way you can advertise that somebody's going to win like a Coach handbag, like a Coach wallet or something. I should do that.
For this time or for in the future?
I think that I should do it for this time so that you guys, everybody else, if I spend the $30 on a Coach wristlet and then you guys can advertise, because somebody out of all of us, there will only be one, right? So that will help us get orders. Agree?
So you think that, so there's going to be a Coach wristlet inside that bag that someone can actually get that picked out? Or it's all the participants you can raffle off for that? Like, everybody that purchased that night can be put in for the opportunity to win that wristlet. I like that idea better.
Okay.
Because no offense, girls, but a couple bucks to give for that is not really a big deal when you're getting people to buy products from us, right? I mean, it's nice that I hate to be the Debbie, like the bearer of bad news, but Tina should never incur all the expenses. Never. right? So if we're gonna participate, I mean, this time you can do it, but the next time, I think
And the
couple
next time,
dollars here
yeah,
and
I'm just
there.
saying, I think this time, like, I have no problem doing that, but maybe it's right, like, you have to purchase something. They have to purchase at least one item, and then I'll do a drawing. Okay. So
I
that,
wouldn't even say one item. Anybody that purchases gets put into that.
right, that's what I mean, but I'm telling
drawing.
us, even if they just purchase one item.
Okay.
But that way you guys can also go out and market it that way. Oh my God, you guys, we're doing a prize party, and anybody that purchases during the prize party has a chance at winning a Coach Wristlet.
Yeah.
And I will order it and get a picture of one to send off to you guys so that you guys can actually use that picture too. Okay. So that's on my must do tomorrow list, tonight list. We will need you guys, like, you need to know who your people are at the prize party. And I'm going to be asking, like, to take notes so that we, like, make sure that we get everybody as well. Like, I'll be scribbling, but I may not know who they belong to. So I will post a list or whatever so that if you can't be at the prize party, but you had clients are, that you make sure that you get their sample pack or their discount, you know, their shop 5, shop 10 kind of code to them. Okay. Any questions? Any other ideas that you guys may want in the prize party sample, like the sample packs, deluxe packs? I guess if we're doing the shop 5, shop 10, it will have to be off of an order, because that you can't just do one item. I won't put a lot in there, a few.
What do you mean? You can't, they can't buy one item and get 5% off?
Well, but if they get the shop 5 code and they purchase 5 items, they're gonna get all of that if we're directing them to our website.
Okay.
We may not, like Tracy, you may be placing your order separate, but some people are just going to be using their website.
Okay. I get it.
Which is why I don't want to do 10% off an item for this one for the group party. Candy, we'll put a bunch of candies in there. Anybody else have any other idea? What are things that you can get at the dollar store? We can just say gift, right? And then you can go to the dollar store, or you can make it a sample pack or whatever you want it to be. I've seen that done. So you get a gift. Any other
Just
words?
call it a surprise.
Surprise.
I like that. Simple, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes that's so funny.
Anything else people can think of?
They've got like the small candles at the dollar store.
So we can just say that as like gift, and then people can be responsible. Like you can go to the dollar store and pick out what you want to send for gift.
There you go.
You could get the little candle holders with a little tea light.
Perfect.
Candles are super cheap.
So I won't be providing those. I'll just write here gift or surprise. And then you guys like say it's Casey's person that won that or bought that item and she got the surprise. Casey's going to be responsible for deciding what she wants her surprise to be. Candy, something sitting around her house to re-gift. Like honestly.
Discontinued scents if you have inventory and they're stuck in your inventory.
Yeah.
Like I do. Before we conclude, I do just want to add one thing that I learned from the leader meeting that I went to for the Dream Makers.
Perfect.
Can I say it?
Yeah, as I said, perfect.
I was actually kind of like when she said it because it wasn't nice. Then not that it wasn't mean, but it was like a reality check, right? Now, again, we have to always give kudos to Tina and to all of you girls who post in the team page, to keep us aware of things that are coming up. But as our own business owners, we should be looking at our emails every day from corporate. We should never not have a clue what's going on with your business ever. And for your team members that want to be communicated with every single or other different ways, like I'll give you an example. I have one team member that doesn't want to hear from me at all until she's ready to go inactive. and then because what happened was one of the girls said, well, I'm having a hard time communicating with my team. If you're building a team, this is where I'm just, I want to put this out there. If you're building a team and one person doesn't like to do lives or doesn't want to do Zoom, this and the other thing, it's not up to them, right? You can be kind and you can do it, but if this is the way that you're going to hold your meetings, that's the way it should be brought. The way it should be brought out to the team. Like, we're going to meet, we're going to talk via thread. If you want to talk personally, we can. I mean, I know Tina has been very kind and gone out and does all different types of communication styles to all 50 women on her team. You know how hard that is to manage sometimes, when she could just do one quick voice message and forward it out to 50 women. Like, you should be looking at threads, you should be looking at team pages, but most importantly, you need to be watching them emails, because we get the updates. Even myself, I'll be like, what's today? And then I have to go back and look at the email. Read your emails. If you were working at any 9-to-5 job, or actually in a business where you owned the big corporation, you'd be communicating via email. So we should never not know what's going on with corporate. We get it every single night. And the only time we don't is if there's a glitch. And then we're told that there was a glitch and we're not getting the emails properly. But honestly, read your emails. Okay, that's very important. You get them every single day. So it's up to you to make sure you know, yes, we have that cushion with Tina, but we're our own CEOs, right? So just make sure that you're looking at that and make sure you're following up. Don't leave her on red. Like, if she's asking you something, there's a reason. Like, she's managing herself, her own business, but then taking care of us too. So just make sure that you give that, you want that courtesy, you get that courtesy. That's what I learned on that leader meeting, was like, it has to be done. And I wanted to share it. Not that any of you do that, but it's important that you still stay in contact and you know what's going on. That's all.
I didn't know that she was going to say all that. I didn't put nobody, like, just so you guys know, like, I didn't put her up to that by any means.
You don't have to explain yourself. I said I learned it from the team meeting.
I know, but I just want people to sit here and go, like, did I leave her in red? Like,
it's just courtesy.
I wasn't at the leader meeting. I'm going to start attending the leader meetings.
You don't need to feel guilty.
I appreciate
it. It came from my mouth, not yours.
Anyways, thank you guys all. I'm so excited. You guys have no idea like how full my heart is. Casey, Jessica, to have Kelly on here for the first night, but a lot of you guys I see regularly, and I love that. But just a special shout out to those of you guys that joined tonight that I don't get to see your faces often. I'll leave you messages, but it's just nice to see your faces too. In March, I'm kind of thinking we can do, depending, an in-home for anybody that wants to come. People's feelings on that, I don't know. I'm going to, I think, offer it if people want to get together at my house. I will not make us sit in the garage. If you are not comfortable, it's totally fine. If you are comfortable, we'll do it at my house. But maybe I should wait until April. I don't know. I'm going to see how the next couple of weeks go, but at some point, I had to provide pictures to corporate the other day for the team. And there was the picture of us at the July training outside on my back patio. And I was like, I miss everybody. And so anyways, it's got me thinking, small. We'll see how it plays out over the next few weeks, but I may throw that as an option for anybody last minute that wants to come. Okay, does anybody else have anything that they want to share, say, or anything before business, personal? You want to share something great personal? Anything before we hop off?
Tina?
Yes.
I just want to thank you.
Oh.
I really feel like you're my rock in this whole entire thing. Last year I struggled a lot. This year's not starting out good right now. But just talking to you and shooting the messages back and forth really, really helps. Like, I really enjoy the sisterhood that I get from Pure Romance.
I love it. Always here for you. Yeah, you've always here for you, and I cannot wait. One, to see the damn pictures. I'm waiting, Kayla.
Oh, I'm waiting too. I'm hopefully they're going to be done by Friday.
Awesome. I can't wait. And I'm super excited to hear that you have some party bookings coming up and that you did that. Brandy, I know she's not on, but doing that vendor event, like 11 vendors, God bless her, because I know that that is not my strength after being in them. So that's awesome that, you know, I love to see this stepping outside of our comfort zone thing, like, we were saying. So always here for you guys. And you will always know that I'm a straight shooter. For those of you guys that are fairly new, don't ever take it personally, but I'll straight shoot you. You know, if you say you've done everything out there, don't be surprised if I'm like, screenshot me the messages you sent, right? I only do that because I myself have never done everything by any, not even close. You know, sometimes I catch myself, you know, like I did, like I had to add that prize party in because I'm like, I'm telling everybody 3 parties. I haven't done a party. That prize party ended up being almost $2,000. I was on for an hour and 45 minutes and there was only 11 to 12 people watching the entire time. Those people kept buying and buying. And I think a couple of times I was starting to get so tired. I was almost like trying to like kind of wind it down and then somebody'd order something else and it would just motivate me to keep going. And then I followed up with people and more orders came in. Right. So, Kate, like Casey said, you know, just do it. You know, she said, just suck it up and send the messages and just do it. Like the results will surprise you. It is a numbers game. And we started off this year so damn strong. Ooh. And as Tracy reminded me that I have to do an affirmation every day because I was so like, holy shit, Tracy, we're gonna hit $50,000. Like you guys don't, like I posted this, but I remember when Hannah hit 50,000 and we were just doing like a few $1,000s, you know, and that to me is like, that number was like, I can't even tell you the feels that I got this last month. Like, holy shit, you know, 190% growth over last January. That's, whew. Anyways, so Tracy told me I have to say the daily affirmation of the Toy Soldiers are a $50,000 a month team. Like I have to like believe that shit, right? I have to believe it.
You can say those words all you want. You need to believe it.
Yeah. And I'm still stuck in that, like, how did we get there in a year? Like, holy smokes, right? But I couldn't do it without you guys. So it's not me, it's us. That's my daughter calling from downstairs. So thank you. It has been an exciting month. I'm going to talk a little bit about that at tomorrow's meeting. Stacy asked me to talk about that at tomorrow's meeting as well, because my mindset, I was not in a good place in 2020, you guys. I fight depression. For those of you guys that are not, I fight daily, hardcore with depression and anxiety. And a lot of days are fights. And I really,
You're not the only one.
yeah. Right. It's so common. But so tomorrow I'm going to be talking a little bit about that and like my mindset last year. Like I was not into the virtual game. I could not. Yes, I had my best year of sales, but if you ask me how I did it, I don't know. My best virtual party was $700. Most of my virtual parties were $0 and $100. And I felt like I was working nonstop and getting nowhere. I know my numbers didn't show it. And as a team, we hit board together, right? This January, I've totally had a mind change and a mind shift. And I'm kind of loving the virtual party thing right now, right? I still miss my in-homes, but so I am going to talk about that a little bit tomorrow. So all that jazz, but it's been a fun, exciting month. So I appreciate you all. All right, Jess, kick ass, Jess S. Kick ass, kick ass tomorrow. She has her first chemo and radiation. We're supposed to be today. And the weather there,
13 inches.
I know. So she got pushed back. So she goes tomorrow. She has chemo, radiation, and then meeting with her surgery doctor over her healing process from her last surgery. So we need to send good vibes out to her. She's got this. Jess, keep growing that. Jess B, keep growing that baby in there. So keep growing that baby in there. And if anybody else needs some good vibes, good anything.
It is so awesome to see you, Belante.
Right.
I miss you guys so much.
For
I
those
miss,
of you
I
that
miss
don't
home.
know Jess lived right down the street from Tracy and I. Like we all lived like a mile.
Triangle.
Like, literally. And Jess moved to Ohio so her and her husband could be closer to her stepson. So she moved for a very good reason and has gone back to school to go into nursing.
I've changed that, but I'm still in school. Yeah.
You changed it?
Yeah. I'm I'm majoring in psychology at the moment.
Okay.
I didn't realize that. Okay. So
I started at the nursing home and I was like, I don't know about all this.
I knew that, but you went through that and okay. So you got your CNA, right?
Yeah.
So you started that. I did. Okay. So she switched. I did not know that. So anyways, the sisterhood is real. So we miss your faces when we don't get to see them. So.
Jess, I got to share something real quick. So when you text me that you were pregnant, I immediately went back to our late night conversations in my car in your driveway, saying that baby will come when your life changes and your stress decreases. And that move was your answer.
Yes, it was.
I could cry because I know how you struggle with that.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. It's okay to cry, girl. Those are happy tears.
So Jess, for any of you guys that may know of anybody or going through it yourself too, PCOS.
It's a bitch.
Who said that one?
I did.
Yeah. And so Jess needed to make some changes in her life for a lot of different reasons and going to be closer to her. I don't like to use the word step. So being closer to her son.
Yep.
She's bonus mom. And like we said, she got pregnant with her own.
And then I started the new job. I lost 40 pounds. And I was going to the doctor. I was literally a cycle away from starting letrozole to help me ovulate. And we found out I got pregnant on my own.
Yep.
And Jess, Tracy had no idea because when you told me, I kept my secret 100 full. So when she contacted me, I was
I couldn't help. I had to send you the pregnancy test picture.
You did.
She didn't tell me that little shit.
No way.
It wasn't her story to tell. So, but that was
story to
awesome.
tell.
It was really a great message to get.
Yeah. So for you guys, it's truly a family here. All right.
Absolutely.
Welcome back, sister.
So
thank you.
Speaking of family, my kids are messaging me, asking me when I'm going to be done and so forth. So I'm going to go take care of them. I appreciate you all. Slay.
Bye, team.
So slay.